What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here, back here with yet another quiz, our first European quiz, seeing as Tottenham are playing Ludogorets in our fourth Europa League game of the season. We thought we'd bring a European quiz. Let's leave it as that.
Come on, we were in the Champions League. We don't want to forget about that. We haven't just become a Europa League club overnight. But yeah, we want to know how much you know about Spurs and European football. So we're going to be giving you a weekly European themed quiz based around Tottenham, and let's see how far you can get.
But don't worry, guys, we'll be back in the Champions League very soon. Hopefully, mark my words.
There's a few Europa League questions in there. Hopefully these will be the last of them after this year. Let's cross our fingers. But yeah, these are some difficult questions we've got for you guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing how many of you can get right up to the end.
All right, well, let's get straight into it. And question number one is, which player scored a hat-trick to send Tottenham to the Champions League final in 2019? Is it A, Lucas Moura, B, Heung-min Son, or C, Dele Alli?
And the answer is, of course, A, Lucas Moura. He banged in that hat-trick, including a goal in the 95th minute to send Tottenham into the Champions League final. And a fact for you, Lucas Moura has scored 8 goals in 22 European appearances for Tottenham, compared to 15 in 80 Premier League appearances.
Wow. And
so he's a lot better in Europe than he is in the Premier League, that's for sure.
Another fun fact for you, it was probably the best night of my life that night in Amsterdam.
Fun fact. That was definitely a fun fact. Which team knocked Tottenham out of the Champions League in the round of 16 last season? Was it A, Borussia Dortmund, B, RB Leipzig, or C, Bayern Munich?
Well, this was definitely not one of the best nights of my life, but the answer is B, RB Leipzig, beating Tottenham. I think it was 4-0 over 2 legs. Very, very unfortunate. Jose Mourinho's first Champions League games for Tottenham, and hopefully not the last.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And that was Leipzig's second ever Champions League campaign, getting to the semi-finals. So,
without further ado, let's get on to question 3. And the question is, which Spurs manager returned Spurs to the UEFA Cup back in 2006 after a 6-year absence of European football? Is it A, Harry Redknapp, B, Martin Jol, or C, Juan de Ramos?
And the answer is B, Martin Jol, who's returned Tottenham back in 2006 after Spurs finished 5th in that season.
Move on to question 4, and that is, which former Tottenham Hotspur player knocked us out of the UEFA Cup back in 2007? Was it A, Sergei Rebrov, B, Helder Postiga, or C, Freddie Canute?
And the answer is C, Freddie Canute, who came back to haunt Tottenham after Tottenham sold him to Sevilla a couple years beforehand. Fun fact, that was Tottenham's only loss in the UEFA Cup that whole campaign, was the first leg away at Sevilla, losing 2-1, and that was enough to see Tottenham out of the competition after a 6-year hiatus, and Tottenham did themselves a lot of credit. Spurs beat Monaco 4-1 at White Hart Lane in 2015. But which Spurs player scored a hat-trick on that day? Is it A, Heung-min Son? Is it B, Nacer Chadli? Or is it C, Eric Lamela?
And the answer is C, Eric Lamela, the Europa King, Eric Lamela.
The Europa League Messi.
Exactly, the Europa League Messi, from the same country. But the fun fact from that day, and you probably don't know this, but Kylian Mbappe was a second half substitute for Monaco that day, making it only his second appearance ever in club football. Spurs lost 3-2 against the young boys of Bern in the first leg of a Champions League qualifier in 2010. Pavlyuchenko and which other player scored that day? Was it A, Sebastian Bassong, B, Tom Huddleston, or C, Michael Dawson?
The answer is A, Sebastian Bassong. And that was a very, very crucial goal just before half-time. The factor for that question is Spurs were actually 3-0 down in the first leg of that game, coming back to lose only 3-2, with Harry Redknapp saying after the game that it was a glorious defeat, with Spurs overturning the scoreline in the second leg 4-0.
Jamie O'Hara once scored the winner in a 1-0 win against which Dutch side? Was it A, AZ Alkmaar, B, Willem II, or C, NEC Nijmegen?
And the answer is C, NEC Nijmegen. I believe that's how it's pronounced. But he did score the winner on that day in a 1-0 win. It was a header inside the 6-yard box. And that was one of 2 Jamie O'Hara European goals for Tottenham. All right, let's see if you've made it this far. It's been a very tough quiz, I think. You've been very well if you've got all the way to question 8. Who did Spurs beat in the final of the Cup Winners' Cup in 1963? Is it A, Valencia? Is it B, Atletico Madrid? Or is it C, Sevilla?
And the answer of the final question of this Tottenham European quiz is B, Atletico Madrid. And why this is special is because Spurs became the first British club to win a European trophy, a European honour, and that was 5-1 against Atletico Madrid in the Cup Winners' Cup, the European Cup Winners' Cup, which wrote Tottenham in the history books not only for winning a European trophy, but to make it the first British club to win a European trophy. And, you know, everyone knows Spurs are a club of firsts, and that was another one of them for you. So if you survived all the way to the end of the 8th question, congratulations. I don't think there'll be many of you, that's for sure.
100%. Very well done to any of you who made it all the way through. You can stick that in your trophy cabinet if you've made it all the way through. Well done to you. And yeah, unbelievable quiz. Thank you all for joining us again today. Congratulations to all the winners again. And as always,
come on you Spurs.